Imagine waking up in a world where you are the most valuable person, but at a cost. A place where people worship you, serve you, and grant your every wish. But soon, you realize, you are not free. This is the story of a land ruled by women, untouched by men for centuries. But when one young man accidentally stumbles into their world, everything changes. But here's a question for you: would you want to live in a world where you are treated like royalty, but have no real freedom? Think about it as we dive into this tale. Ethan is just an ordinary guy from a small town. One day, he gets lost in the mountains and wakes up in an unfamiliar land. Around him, dozens of women stare in awe. They whisper, some with curiosity, others with fear. Before Ethan can even ask where he is, a tall woman in flowing silk steps forward. Her name is Lady Serena, and she is one of the leaders of this kingdom. "You are the chosen one," she says. "The guardian of seeds. The kingdom of daughters has no men." Ethan is the first one they've seen in generations. And because of that, he is now their most important person. Ethan is given a life of luxury. He is bathed, massaged, and given the finest meals. The women serve him like a king. At first, it feels like a dream. But soon, Ethan starts noticing strange things. He is not allowed to leave the palace. Every conversation he has is monitored. The women treat him kindly, but they never let him make real decisions. At a grand feast, the kingdom's nobles explain his duty: he must choose a wife, or many, and help keep their civilization alive. At this moment, Ethan realizes the truth. He is not a king. He is a prisoner. Here's a question for you: is Ethan really powerful, or is he just a tool for the kingdom's survival? Deep in the kingdom's underground chambers, another man exists: Marcus, the previous guardian. Unlike Ethan, Marcus was not an accident. He was chosen, trained, and tested. And now, he is nothing more than a forgotten relic of the past. When Marcus hears of Ethan, he knows what's coming. There can only be one guardian. Soon, Ethan is forced into a brutal series of tests: strength, intelligence, and endurance. The kingdom does not want just any man. They want the best. Let's stop for a second. If you had to fight for your survival, would you follow their rules or try to escape? Ethan barely survives the trials. But in the process, he uncovers a dark secret. The guardians are not chosen. They are captives. They do not rule. They are controlled. Ethan realizes that his so-called luxury is just another kind of prison. With Serena's help, he starts a rebellion. The women begin to question their rulers. The kingdom is no longer stable. Some want change, others want to keep the old ways. This brings us to a big question: when a system has existed for so long, is it possible to change it? Or is resistance useless? As the kingdom falls into chaos, Ethan stands at a crossroads. He can escape and leave this world behind. Or he can stay and fight to change it. The choice is his. But either way, the kingdom of daughters will never be the same again. So now, I ask you, if you were Ethan, what would you choose? Would you leave or fight for freedom? Let me know in the comments. At first, Kingdom of Daughters seems like a fantasy adventure. But underneath, it asks deep questions about who really has power in a system where one person is given everything but no real choice. When a society has followed the same rules for centuries, is change possible, or will people always resist it? Would you rather be free and struggle or live in comfort but under control? This story flips the idea of power. Normally, we think of men ruling and women serving. But here, the roles are reversed. And yet, the same problems remain. Power can corrupt, no matter who holds it. Now I want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's discuss. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more great stories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.